I just finished public school, I'll tell you why it's great. Waking up at 6 a.m. to pledge allegiance to the state. Yeah, it's true. I got my public school blues.
I think I was telling you, Brett, I think I may have even mentioned this on the show before, about my one experience I had in high school. My junior year of high school, I was taking physics, and I didn't do homework, ever. I just didn't bother with it. And I was acing every test, so I was obviously learning the stuff, but they graded you just for participating in the activity of doing your homework. Whether you did it well or poorly, it was a part of your grade, and I just didn't do it. I could have all sorts of like justifications for why I didn't do it. Ultimately, I was lazy. But it came to a point where I was trying to prove a point. They finally at one point sent me to the guidance counselor's office to speak to the guidance counselor, who heretofore my only involvement in them had been dropping by, being asked to their office once in a while and saying, "Hey, did you pick a college yet?" "No, I didn't." "Thanks. See you next time." But, what they told me was, they asked me why I wasn't doing my homework. And I said, well, the idea of homework was to reinforce what we learned in class. Practice what we learned in class. So when test time came, I can pass the test. I don't need to practice. I've aced every test, so I don't need to practice. That's why I don't do homework. And then the guidance counselor told me flat out that the purpose of homework is not to practice what you learned in class. The purpose of homework is to, learn how to take instruction and do what you're told.
Wow.
Yeah.
They just came right out and said it.
Yeah. And that anecdote is like such a good example of what we're talking about tonight, too.
It's not about what you learn or what you know. It has nothing to do with what you learn or what you know.
Follow
it's all about
instructions.
Shut up and do what you're told.
That is outcome-based education.
She even told me, like, when you get out, when you're grown up and you're on your own and you're working at a job and you tell your boss you don't want to do a certain part of your job, you'll get fired. So, like, am I going to get fired from school for not doing my homework? Please? No.
It's true though. It's obedience in those big corporate jobs. I mean, I saw it.
Oh, sure. I mean, and that's an entirely different thing.
Sure.
Yeah.
But it does take advantage of all the lessons we learned in school about how to just shut up and do what you're told and don't make waves.
Yeah.
Try not to be noticed.
Yeah, corporations are more than happy to have taxpayers fund the training of their labor force.
Mm-hmm.
Not just in like basic skills, but also in like how do you behave in your cubicle as well.
Public school, you keep me in good mental health, 'cause without